When the yarn meets the hook, it becomes more than just a look.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Crochet, and in today's tutorial we're going to be learning how to make this cute v-neck romper using multicolored yarn. So for the materials needed, you can make use of multicolored yarn and you can make use of a plain color or a two color. So but you need your yarn, 4.0 mm hook, pair of scissors, and measuring tape. So this is everything you'll be needing to make this cute romper here. So if this is what you'll be interested in learning how to make, please stay to the end of the video. And please like, share, and subscribe. And let's get right into class. So we're going to begin by making a slip knot. Make a slip knot. Chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go back into the first chain to make a double crochet. So yarn over into the first chain here. You make 1 double crochet. Another double crochet. Another double crochet. You have with your chain 3, then you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Chain 2, turn into the same stitch, going with 2 double crochet. So in this case your chain 2 counts as a stitch, so going to 2 double crochet, meaning you have 3 double crochet on this end, which is 1, 2, 3. Going to the next stitch with 1 double crochet, then next with 1 double crochet into your chain, which is the last chain here. You're going with 2 double crochet. So you always end with 2 double crochet but begin with 3 double crochet. So this is it, which means the second row you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chain 3, turn into the first stitch, going with 2 double crochet. Your chain 2 counts as a stitch but only in the end. 1, 2, so you have 3 here. Then into other stitches you're going with 1 double crochet each, which is the middle stitches, going with 1 double crochet each. Into your chain 2, into this, going with 2 double crochet. So this is it. Chain 2, chain 3 rather, turn into the first stitch, going with 2 double crochets. Into other stitches, going with 1 double crochet. Into your chain 3 here, you're going with 2 double crochets. So this is the 4th row. 1, 2, 3, 4. So continue until you have your bust circumference divided by 4. So mine is 8.75. So I'm going to continue until I have my 8.75. But always remember that from the beginning you chain 3, turn into the same stitch, you have 2 double crochets. Your chain 3 counts as a stitch, so in the beginning you have 3 double crochets in total. Then go 1 double crochet each into every other stitches. So into the last chain 3, you're going with 2 double crochets. 3, 4, 5. This is 5th row. So keep repeating this until you have your bust circumference divided by 4. My bust circumference is 35 inches and divided by 4 will give me 8.5 inches, 8.75 inches. So I'm going to continue until I have 8.75 inches. I already have my bust measurement divided by 4, which is 8.75, exactly 8.75, and I have a total of 12 rows. So you're going to repeat this 2 times. That's for first bust and second bust. But for this I'm having 11 rows for here. So for the 12th row, I'm going to link both together. For this, you have just 1 double crochet. This, you're going to place the next double crochet here. This is it. Then go in 1 double crochet till you get to the end. The last row will still carry 2 double crochet. I'm going to take my measurements to check what I'm having. So this is 17.5 inches, which is half of my bust circumference. So now I'm going to continue increasing until 20 inches. So 20 inches is going to be my bust to bust circumference plus 1 inch. So this is half of your bust circumference. So I'm going to keep adding up until I get to 20 inches, which is my bust to bust to bust measurement plus 1 inch. So bust to bust measurement is from under armpit to under armpit. So once you have that, you can add 1 or 2 inches to it depending on your size. So chain 2, I'm still going to make 2 double crochets into this, then 1 double crochet into every other stitches. One double crochet into every other stitches. So I already have my preferred inches, which is 20 inches. I already have my 20 inches here. So now I'm going to stop increasing. I have 7.5 inches here and I'm going to continue up until 14.5 inches. So chain 3. Henceforth, your chain 3 doesn't count as a stitch anymore. So into the first stitch, going with just 1 double crochet. Every other stitches with 1 double crochet onto the last stitch. At the last stitch, you also carry 1 double crochet. So now we're no longer increasing. We're just working on the same number of stitches till 14 inches. Into the last stitch, you also have one double crochet. Like I said, the chain 3 doesn't count as a stitch anymore, so you just end your row on the last stitch here. You chain 3, turn into the first stitch, one double crochet. Every other stitch is one double crochet until you have 14 inches. So you're going to keep repeating this until 14 inches. So 14 inches is going to be the half length. So now it's going to be on a straight line. It's no longer stretching out. It will be on a straight line until 14 inches. So I already have my 14 inches. I already have my 14 inches here. So now we are going to close this up to start the down part. So I'm working on 27 inches as the original waist measurement, but I'm going to reduce up to 25 inches. So here is 20 inches here. So I'm having exactly 20 inches here. So I need to make a chain of 5 inches more to be able to work on the down parts. So I'm going to make a chain of 15. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then slip stitch on this side. Chain 2. So now I'm going to take my measurements, and I should have 25 inches of waist measurements. So now I already have my 25 inches, which is 12.5 inches. And this is my original waist measurement minus 2 inches. Like I said, I'm working on 27 inches as the original waist measurement, and this is 25 inches. First, we're going to get the midpoint. So the midpoint is going to be our point of increase. So if you have a stitch marker, you can put in a stitch marker to get the midpoint. I do not have a stitch marker, so I'm going to be indicating with this yarn. So the midpoint here is the midpoint on this side, so indicate with a stitch marker. Here is the midpoint for this side, also indicate with a stitch marker. So now we know this is our point of increase. So on this side and this side, we're going to be increasing till we're going to get our hip measurements minus 5 inches. So into the same stitch, have your double crochet. One double crochet into every chain. So now I already have my double crochet into the 17th chain, and I'm going to continue until I get to my stitch marker. So one double crochet into every stitch till you get to the stitch marker. So where you have your stitch marker, you're going to place 2 double crochet there. So switch, remove your stitch marker from the previous one and place in here. So you know your next increase is going to be here. So I'm back to this point and I'm just going to make a slip stitch. Chain 2, turn. One double crochet into the first stitch. One double crochet into every other stitches until you get to your increase points. That's your stitch marker points where you already have your 2 double crochets. I'm back to my increase points, which is where I have my 2 double crochet. So I'm going to place 2 double crochet there. Then continue until I get to the next stitch marker point. That's my increase point, and also place 2 double crochet. So you're going to repeat that until you have your hip measurement minus 4 inches. My next increase point, which is this, I'm also going to place 2 double crochets. Then continue. So on every row, you're going to place your 2 double crochet where you already have your 2 double crochet on both sides, which is here and here. So with that, it's going to keep increasing, keep stretching out to your hip measurement. As I said, I'm working on my hip measurement minus 5 inches. So I'm going to keep repeating this until I get to that. That's 34.5 inches. Because I'm working on 39.5 inches. You're going to end your row here. Once you place in here, then it means you're increasing. So slip stitch and continue. This is it. Chain 2, turn into the first stitch, 1 double crochet. And I have my desired number of inches, which is 34 inches. Is to divide the crotch area, make a chain, then cut. Once you cut, press down into the same stitch, pick up a strand to tie 2 times. So now you're going to get the midpoint of the short area. So you're going to divide into 2 to get the midpoint. So this is the midpoint here. So now we're going to take measurements to confirm our midpoint. This is 8.5 inches and this is 8.5 inches. So I already have my stitch marker into the midpoint, which is 8.5, 8.5 on both sides. So this is 8.5 inches and 8.5 inches here, which is 37 inches. So now I'm going to make a chain of 15. So into where I have my stitch marker, into the midpoint where I have my stitch marker, then I'm going to insert my yarn, then make a chain of 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If you are working for a large size, you can make a chain of 18 to 20. So I have my chain of 15 here. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then connect into this. And go ahead and remove your stitch marker. So now the crotch area is divided. Chain 2, turn. Into the next stitch, you're going to have double crochet. So you go 1 double crochet round. Now that it's now separated, so we'll meet up once I get back to this. So once you get to this point, then you have your double crochet into the 15 stitches or 15 chain. But make sure you have your double crochet into where your chain started from. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then slip stitch into your chain 2. So this is one tie, this is one tie. Chain 3, turn into the same stitch. One double crochet. Then you continue to go round and round for a total of 7 rows. So I'll be going on and around for 7 rows. Into the last stitch, 1 double crochet. Like I said, you don't place a double crochet here because it simply means you are increasing. So into the last, this is the last stitch, then just make a slip stitch. Chain 3 or 2, turn, then continue. So I'll be repeating this for a total of 7 rows. You can go ahead and repeat as many rows as possible, but I'll be stopping at 7 rows. So this is the third row. I already have my 7 rows here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to end it with 1 single crochet round. So the last row, which is going to be the 8th row, is going to be 1 single crochet. So you're going to chain 1 and make a single crochet. go into it, pull up. You have two loop, push it two. So you go in with one single crochet round. Once you are done with that, then you can make a slip stitch, chain two, cut. So once this is done, you're going to move to this part and work your double crochet into every of these stitches. One, two, three. You can either have it into your chain or you have it into your double crochet, but it would be better you have it into your chain. So you can continue with working on your tie for the 7 rows and 1 row of single crochet. So now the crochet is done. So I'm done with this part. Now the next thing to do is to secure this edge. 1 single crochet round. So into the first stitch. So 1 single crochet into every stitch. I'm going to skip the last stitch here and head over to this stitch with a slip stitch, then 1 single crochet round, 1 single crochet into the double crochet, 1 single crochet into the tiny loop, 1 single crochet into the double crochet, 1 single crochet into the tiny loop. Into this part, just 1 single crochet, another 1 single crochet into it, then you can continue to work back down. Once you get to the V part of the neck, you're going to make a single crochet, skip this part, make a single crochet into the next, but it's going to be a slip stitch, then a single crochet into the loop. So this is it. Then you continue with your single crochet. I'm back to this point, so I'm going to slip stitch, chain 2, then cut. So the next thing to do now is to fix in the strap. So I'm going to go in with my strap with 2 strands of yarn, but I'm going to double it to 4. So it's going to be very long. Go into it again. Then make a very long chain. Okay, very long chain. That'll be long enough to make a crisscross at the back. So I'm done fixing the strap. And the next thing to do is to crisscross at the back. If you want to, you can pass your yarn into the last end here. You pass your yarn. Here also. If you feel like here is too open, then you can just crisscross your yarn or your strap. Then tie. So now this is done. So the next thing to do now is to hide the yarn tail. You can leave it this way or you can hide it. So this is the outer part. So this is the outer part. Now you're going to hide in your tail. So to do that, so you need to do is pass your hook from the behind, then pass your yarn. You pass it through the loop. Once that is done, then you can go ahead and tie or weave in your ends. So to retire, you're going to go into the next loop, bring out one of your strands, then tie. Go into the next loop, bring out one of your strand, then tie. then cut. So you should have this. Go ahead and repeat the same for all, and that'll be the end. So now for the measurements, the full length is 27 inches as the full length. And for the hip measurement, the hip measurement is 36 inches without stretching. Then if stretched, can stretch up to 42 inches. And for the waist is 25 inches. 25 inches, I can stretch to 28 inches. So yeah, this is done. Thank you for watching to the end. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next class. Bye.